So welcome yogis to the practice. Today's practice will be taking you through some back bends that's been requested today. So with our back bending series, back bending actually starts down within the legs because we need to open up through the front of the body. So there'll be a bit of hip opening to warm us up, as well as opening into the chest and into the shoulders. So let's start with sliding the block sideways beneath the sacrum. Sideways beneath the sacrum. So you'll lay on your back, bend into the knees, press the feet into the floor, lift the hips. And then you've got options from here, depending on the openness in your hip flexors and through your psoas, which is that long muscle that connects the femur bone to the lumbar spine. So you may want to increase the stretch for that area in the opening by hugging one of the knees in toward you, and you can interlace the fingers around the top of the shin. Just take a few moments releasing the psoas. Take a few moments to drop into your breath. Notice where it is. Notice as well as you just close your eyes for a few moments. And if it's still and dark, or if it feels like there's a bit of a disco light behind there, it's usually a good indicator that the mind needs to quieten. So we do that by leaving our mornings behind us. Let's switch the legs over now. You may notice that one side is tighter than the other. And you won't be the only one noticing. Activate through the back of the throat in an area we know as the epiglottis. You want to constrict in there just slightly so you're making an oceanic sound with the breath. Beautiful breathing, everyone. Last 2 breaths here. And then we're going to release that leg you've drawn in. And because we're with the back bends, we're heart opening as well. Lift the hips, remove the block. And then come upright so the shoulders come off the earth. And then slide the block under. We'll come into fish. Slide the block long ways or sideways, high side or low side. You can even play around with the different heights. Because we generally do this pose at the end of class, you might find that you're more open then, but now you need to modify a little. You can take your arms out wide, turn the palms to face the ceiling. Lengthen out through the legs. You can take the arms overhead, wherever you need to take it to open through the shoulders and the chest. Heart expanding wide. Notice as you breathe into the belly, that's the area you feel first with your breath. Tuck your chin in, bring the elbows in next to you to assist to come off the mat. Get the block out of the way. Hug the knees into the chest. We're going to roll up as many rolls as you need, and we're going to make our way to all fours for a beautiful back bending warm up that is up cat, down cat. So place the wrists beneath the shoulders, knees beneath the hips. Let's inhale together, look towards the ceiling. Press the floor away from you. Let it out. Good. 2 more. Breathe it in. Third and final. See how much more you can take in and really release on the exhale. Beautiful, yogis. Tuck the toes under. Peel your way to your first downward dog, pedaling out the feet. Engage through the arms. Draw the navel in. Gaze to the back of the room. Good. Let's slowly bring the feet to meet with the hands at the top of the mat. Hands come to the shins. Inhale to rise and look up. Exhale to fold. Bend, brush and reach towards the sky. Now leave the arms high here. Draw the navel in. And lean back. So draw the heart to the ceiling. Just gently. And just as an FYI, eventually we drop back to full wheel from here. Okay? So that's where the openness is going to take us. Return the hands through heart center and fold forward. Inhale, rise. Exhale, plant the hands. Step or jump back to your first plank position. Your gaze is forward. Knees to the earth. Elbows draw back. Lower slow. Good. Inhale to lift. Shoulders away from the ears. Exhale. Let's come back down to the floor. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale, return. Third and final. Inhale. Don't need the hands pushing into the floor. They can come off the floor. Return. Tuck the toes, knees or plank to downward dog. Right leg to the sky. So here we're working into the openness of the front of the body. Step the right foot in between the hands. Lower the left knee. Low lunge. Low lunge is beautiful prep pose for back bending. Brush the fingers along the floor. Lift to the sky or just keep the hands at the thigh. Option to lean back like we did earlier. Lean back. Eventually to back foot. 2 more breaths. Pelvis neutral. Draw the navel in. Beautiful, yogis. Return the hands, frame the right foot, tuck the toes of the left. Right leg to the sky, bend the knee, open wide, open through the hip. So you're looking perhaps underneath the right arm. Inhale. Exhale, return. Left leg on inhale lifts. On exhale, steps. Right knee. Hands stay grounded or come to the thigh or up to the sky. And you keep encouraging that right hip toward the earth. Beautiful. Some of us leaning back. So with all of our back bending as well, remember we're protracting the chin and taking the gaze back like with our camel work. Last breath. Frame it. Left leg to the sky. Bend the knee, open the hip wide. Beautiful, return the foot. Bend the knees, look forward, step or jump to the top of the mat. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale and fold, bend, brush and reach to the sky. Option to back bend. And exhale, straight back through. Hands to the shins, inhale, length. Exhale, chaturanga of your choice this time. To a plank. Lower slowly to low plank. Upward facing or floor for cobra. That's it. Tuck the toes. Find your way back. Down dog. Right leg to the sky. Inhale. Exhale. Step the foot between the hands. Lift into the arms. So you're in a high lunge. Lift up into the arms. Good. Elbows come wide. Let's take them out behind us. Inhale. Open through the heart. Good. Exhale. Close it off. Inhale. Come again. Third and final. Open wide. Good. Exhale, lift the arms to the sky. Hands to prayer. We twist. Left elbow, right thigh. Feel free to drop down to the back knee. Thumbs at sternum. Modify where you need to. You have your block handy. 2 more breaths. It is a hot, muggy day. Back bends are heating in nature, as there are twists. So we'll take it to the floor earlier on, but a little bit of work before we get there. Return the gaze first, then the hands. Right leg steps back to the ceiling, lift it high. And bend the knee, open wide again. And see if you can really encourage the right foot toward the floor. We're not flipping our dogs yet, but there'll be an option to a little later. Return the right foot.
Beautiful. Some of you will flush it out in between rounds. Some of you are choosing child's pose in between rounds.
Coming into that resting pose, our restorative pose, anytime through the class. Yogis, for a high lunge on the left side, lift the left leg. Inhale and exhale to step it through. Lift into the arms. Bend at the elbows. With your next in-breath, take the elbows wide. Close it off, 3 rounds. Good, feel into your breath, move with the breath. And then the arms will lift, bring the hands into prayer, right elbow, left thigh. So eventually, rather than bring the elbow to the thigh, it's the shoulder that comes to the thigh. That's going to assist us with our binds. But you want to feel as though the tummy is off the thigh, so the core is working. Steady flowing breath through the nose, out the nose. Last breath here. Return gaze, return hands, left leg to the sky, bend the knee, open wide, really draw it toward the floor. So you're feeling this open through the left side of the body, left hip. Beautiful, return. Bend into the knees, look forward, step or jump to the top of your mat. Inhale, length. Exhale and fold, bend, brush and reach. Optional baby back bend. Fold straight back through again. Lengthening into the spine. Exhale, ground the hands, step or jump to a plank. Lower through your chaturanga. Yogis, this time, let's make our way back onto the earth, onto our tummies. And we'll work into some back bending from here. So let's start with taking the hands off the floor, elbows off the floor, chest off the floor. Inhale. Left elbow, right thigh. Exhale. Inhale, return. Exhale, right elbow, right thigh. Beautiful. Let's repeat. Inhale. Exhale, left. Inhale, return. Exhale, right. Good. Reach the hands behind you now. Lift the legs. You can interlace the fingers, you can keep them as they are. Couple of breaths, and in your timing, bring your left ear to the mat. In your timing, bring your left ear to the mat. Shoulders melt into the floor, heels roll away from the body. Beautiful. Either choose to stay just as you are, or come into bow pose, fold the legs, take the hands to the top of the feet, chin to the mat. Maybe lift so the chin comes off, chest off. Press the feet into the hands. And we're going to meet with the right ear on the mat. Well done. Right ear comes to the earth, that's it. Lovely, Navina. Bring your hands, yogis, beneath the shoulders. Come onto your knees and find your way back to Anahatasana. So you're going to keep the hips lifted. The hips stay over the knees. The hands walk out in front, most likely off mat, and drop the chest to the floor. Gaze ahead or down to the earth. That's it. Slide your belly back onto the floor. We're going to work into Wild Thing from the earth, and then we'll have a chance to step into it from Down Dog, where we were playing with the idea. Right leg folds in towards you. If you know it, go in. Left hand beneath the left shoulder, roll onto the left side of the body. Now you want to flex your left foot and keep your left leg straight. Lift into the hips, take the right arm overhead. Now you can start to turn the chest to the ceiling and the heart toward the front of the room. Beautiful. Keep breathing, keep feeling the length right through that right side of the body. Last breath. Return the gaze back first, and then bring the hand back down, and then return the legs. Lovely. Left side in towards you. Right hand as it is underneath the shoulder. Roll onto the outside of the right. Good. Ball of the left foot into the floor. Lift the hips. Length into the spine. The whole body. Reach the fingertips towards the front of the room. That's it, Drew. Press the floor away from you with the right hand. One last breath. Through the nostrils and return. Let's come to all fours. Inhale, let's breathe it away. Inhale, flush it out. Inhale, up cat. Exhale, down cat. Tuck your toes, find downward dog. You're ready to go. Right leg to the sky. Bend the knee. Option to flip dog all the way over. Ball of the right foot to the earth. Left leg stays straight. Full wheel if it's in your range. 2 more breaths. Right foot's going to step in between the hands, warrior 2. Right foot in between the hands, left foot grounds to the earth. Windmill up. What we got there? Bend deep into the right knee, so firing up this right leg. Left to the thigh, right high as you reverse your warrior. Good. Windmill the hands, frame the right foot. Actually bring the hands inside the right foot. Lift onto the ball of the left foot, then lower the left knee to the floor. Lizard. Lizard, another hip opener to get into these hips. So you can work that right foot as wide as you need to take it. Turn it to the corner of the mat. Roll on to the outer blade of the foot. Stay on the hands or drop to the forearms or use your block here. That's it. Now notice your breath. Notice the thoughts that are coming in, niggling at you. Choose to let it go. They say 88% of our thoughts are the same thoughts every day. Loving, kind thoughts toward these hips of ours. Okay, a little play with the back bend from downward dog. So listen up. Let's all meet in child's pose back on the floor so you can come immediately. Draw the right foot back into the midline. Hands frame the foot. Tuck the toes under of left foot. Lift back to downward dog. Take your right leg to the sky. Bend the knee. Look toward the right foot. And then lean forwards to a plank and bring the right foot with you and look up. And then return. Well done. Let's all meet in child's pose. So that balancing aspect of the practice is probably one of the most vital things that you can learn from the practice that you can apply into your life. Yeah, the yin to the yang, the sun to the moon, light and dark, bringing balance to the body, mind and spirit. Reach your hands back out in front. Spread through the fingers, tuck the toes, downward dog. Left side this time. Wild thing if you want to step there, otherwise just three-legged dog. Left leg to the sky, bend the knee. Good, so remember you're coming onto the outer blade of the right foot. One last breath. Warrior 2, return the gaze, the hand, navel draws in, so core assists you here to bring the left foot in between the hands and windmill up. Good, sink into the left knee. Steady flowing breath, doing beautifully. Right to the thigh, left palm turns, lift high. Through the nose, out the nose. Left knee towards the left side of the room. Good, last breath. Windmill, hands come inside the left foot for lizard. Right knee to the earth. Left foot comes wide. Remember, you can always bring the left hand to the left knee as well. Encourage the knee wide that way. Good. Different hip, different story, different stuff. It's okay. The breath is the most powerful thing you own and use without even thinking about it most of the time. So use it. Use it to assist you get deeper into the practice, deeper into the posture. So we're aiming to free up the body of the tension that we've built over the decades by moving it in all the different directions it moves into, with the hips opening, forward and back folding, twisting, lateral flexion, another breath. And then you're choosing your journey back. Yeah, either straight to child's pose or into your wild thing again. So into the back bend variation, left leg to the sky, bend the knee, look forward, plank. Toe to the face. And then we come back to the floor. Rest in child's pose. Beautiful. Yogis, please feel free to stay as you are or work into more of a counter pose, like a frog pose or something cooling in nature. The rest of us are going to work up into camel and see where our practice so far has taken us. So remember, with the back bends, it's a lot to do with the openness in the hips. So we lift to a high kneel. We bring the hands to the sacrum, draw the elbows toward one another, and then start to lean forward. So remember, you're coming to child's pose as soon as you need to. Gaze either forward or protract the chin and take the gaze back. If you have the reach back in your practice, by all means go there. To the heels or with the toes tucked. And then you'll make your way down. Evenly, sit bones coming back down onto the heels and bringing yourself to child's pose. That's it. Notice your breath. Return the hands back out in front. So counter poses to our back bends are anything forward folding, which child's pose is and puppy is. So from where you are, make your way back to downward dog. And then let's walk the hands this time back to meet with the feet. And the feet will press into the hands as you lift them off the floor. Slide the hands beneath you so the palms and the soles meet, connect. You might need to bend your knees for this connection to occur. Let's inhale to rise and lengthen the spine. And exhale to fold. 2 more, breathe it in. Exhale, return. With your next in breath, rise. Your next out breath, return. And then you will roll up slowly. Vertebrae by vertebrae. Roll the shoulders once you've arrived. Okay, take the elbows out in front and take them wide. And we're just going to give ourselves a little fanning by taking the elbows from side to side. Good. And now build up some heat. Some speed rather, to cool you down. Now start to turn your fan down, but do it slowly. not the easiest thing to do. It was easy to pick up the speed. Close your eyes if you need to. Well done, yogis. Let's bring the hands to prayer. A lot of the dance. Weight into right leg, left fold, left hand to the arch of the foot. Stay just as you are. Right arm can lift to the sky. So you're holding the arch of the foot because of where you eventually take it, like we were practicing from down dog to plank with the back bend. You take that foot overhead, so press the foot into the hand. Lean forward. You look up. Use any support that's there for you. So 3, opportunity to take it into a new place, like experiencing anything for the first time. All these emotions come up. See it come, see it go. Embrace it, be in the moment, all times, return. Let's find our mountain. Arguably the most challenging pose, to learn to stand on our own 2 feet. Bring the hands to prayer. It's a sense of gratitude for all the learnings that are occurring to us every day. Weight into left, right folds. Right hand to the arch, left to the sky. Feel the length and then let yourself go. Lean forward, heart forward. Heart decisions. Trust yourself. Strengthen the whole left leg. Let the toes keep spreading into the floor. I'm counting you out shortly. For 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Find your own 2 feet. Interlace the fingers behind you. Lift through the chest and the heart. Inhale, look up. Bend the knees, chest to the thighs. Let the head just hang. Bring the arms overhead. Beautiful, yogi. So you're at the back of the mat, so return the hands to the floor and walk yourself to a plank position. Walk yourself to a plank. We're working to side plank, so it's your choice to modify. Left knee to the floor. Bring the left hand beneath the shoulder and then turn the right foot into the floor. Some of you will come up onto the ball of the left foot. And then with that left knee that's on the floor, swivel the foot so it's underneath the hip. So you've got the whole shin bone to support your practice. Right arm to the sky or overhead. Now, some opening through the front of the body. We can lift the right leg. We can fold the leg, catch the foot, and you can do this with your full side plank as well. Catch the foot with the top hand, and then press the foot into the hand. Shoulders and chest opening. Last breath. Let's come back to all fours. Inhale up, cat, look up. Exhale, release. You're coming to the opposite side, right knee or outer blade of the right foot. Right foot swivels beneath you. Left foot long, turn it down into the earth. Option to lift the left leg. It's variations as you know them. Good, now press the hand into the floor. That right hand keeps pressing into the floor. Beautiful. 3, 2, all fours. Inhale, up cat. Let it out. Tuck the toes, find downward dog. Lovely work, yogis. Right leg to the sky, inhale.
Exhale, step the foot between the hands. Ground the left foot into the floor. So let's turn to a 45. So work into warrior one, which is another hip opener for that left hip. And then brush the fingers, lift to the sky. Bring the hands overhead and they can come to prayer, or hold on to the elbow if that's easier today. And then if you're bringing the hands to prayer, start to bend the elbows. Bring the thumbs to the spine there. And then you can start to lift the chest to the ceiling. Interlace the fingers behind you, humble warrior. Let's cool things down. Interlace, long spine, and fold forward. So shoulder to the thigh, resting on it, or just inside. And then the gaze is to the back foot, so the head is just hanging. There's no tension left in the neck at all. And those arms, we're lifting them up, bringing them overhead. Opening through the shoulders. Left hip, stretching through the back of the left leg. Lift and return back up to warrior one, lift the arms. Well done, yogis. Return the hands, frame the right foot. Lift, step back to plank. Let's flush it out. Left to the sky, inhale. Exhale, step it through. Warrior one, ground the back foot. So you want to get the feet in position, legs are on and strong, so then with the next breath, that upper body lifting work is actually quite light with the assistance of the core. Hands come to prayer and fold, or elbows. Good. Heart wide open, draw it to the sky. Interlace the fingers, humble warrior. Bow to you, inhale, exhale, fold. So you really want to feel as you're encouraging the outer blade of the right foot down into the earth. That's the supporting leg, so that you can get deeper as you move forward. Almost like a counterbalance. Last breath, yogis. Lift then into the arms, lift to high. Chaturanga back through. Let's meet in downward. Let's meet in child's pose. Good. Steady flowing breaths. Good. Yogis, we're going to work into our pigeon sequence. Then we'll come to our back for some back bending from our backs. So we'll enter via downward dog. Lift the right to the sky. Bend the knee. And then draw the right knee all the way in behind the right wrist. Left leg is long. Toes untuck. Hands at waistline. Breathe in, lift long. And then we exhale and fold. So you come down onto the forearms, to the forehead. Use a block, a bolster to support your practice. Those of you
Wanting to work into any other variations, incorporating some of the back bending, you're welcome to, but there is still some more coming up. So encourage the left hip towards the earth here. You can slowly make your way back up. We're going to come into a twist, but before we do, we'll just play with drawing that left leg in toward us. So again, more opening into the left front of the hip. You can reach either your left hand back to the foot, your right hand back to the foot, both hands back to the feet with the arms beneath the shoulders, or you can start to play with taking the arms up one at a time and reaching toward the back foot. You may feel you have the openness today to do that through the left hip and into the spine from all these prep poses we've been doing. One last breath. That left leg that's behind is coming out over at the front and over the right leg. If you don't usually twist with the right leg folded, then lengthen it out. Left hand to the earth behind, right to the sky. Inhale. And exhale, wrap that arm around the leg to draw it in towards you. Take the gaze out over the back of the shoulder tip. Left hand can stay as it is, or lift it up, bring it to the right hip or inside the thigh. Press the left foot into the earth. Long spine, keep breathing and keep twisting. So you want to always feel like you're progressing in the pose, not pushing yourself, but opening yourself. See that difference? It's not a push, it's allowing the magic to happen when you sit and breathe and lengthen and be patient. Return the gaze, return the arms and take them behind you beneath the shoulders, fingers facing to the front of the room. Uncross the legs, counter pose, tabletop, lift into the hips. Look down along the knees, or like back bend style. Protract the chin first and take the gaze behind. Press the fingertips into the earth, lift into the hips, breathe. Good, hug it in now, sit bones to the earth. Arms wrap around the legs, forward down onto the knees, round into the upper spine. Breathe deep into the belly. Good. Onto the feet now. Press then, so you've come up onto the feet and then press the hands into the earth. Fire up the core. You've got the option of jumping back to plank and flushing that out, or you can step it back. Okay, so you're going to flush it out. Awesome. Flush it out, medium down dog. Left leg, when you're ready, high to the sky. Prepare and open. Step through on exhale. Flex through the left foot. Right leg is long. Lift into it. Yeah. And exhale to come down. The surrendering after the heating postures. The yin to the yang. And we notice what happens in our life when we become more open physically. Naturally, we become more open spiritually, emotionally, and mentally. Open to seeing the other side perhaps. Open to receiving, to giving. Open to just observing. Observing the thoughts that come and the thoughts that go.
Yogis a play with the back leg, but feel free to stay down low. Either right hand to right foot, left hand to left foot. So if you're bringing one hand to the back foot, you can play with starting to lift the other arm off the floor. That's going to start to let the body know that the pose is a balance in the hips, and it requires all this core strength to lift us up. Victoria, well done. Last breath here. Back leg returns. Swings around the front now for that twist. Right leg all the way over the left. Plant it down, release left or leave it as it is. Right hand to the floor behind, left to the sky, inhale. And then use that exhalation. You want to feel as though you're blocking out any daylight between the chest and the thigh. That's why we hug it in, so you get this stretch. You feel this into the hip. Opportunity to look back and behind, look into the past, but not stay stuck. Reflect. Be blessed for each learning. For the teachings that we've been blessed with to bring us to this point so far. Take one last flowing breath in. Release the gaze. Your choice. You can either drop back into tabletop again, release the hands beneath you, or if you want to add on, you can straighten out the legs completely into your reverse plank. There's a reverse plank. Flex the feet, hands into the floor, and then point the toes to the floor, lift the hips. And we'll meet back in that hug, a cosmic egg we call it. Meeting back in the hug. Good, well done, yogis. It is our last step or jump back. It's our last time. Lean into it. Hands into the floor. So you want to feel like your arms, the strength of your arms are going to do this. Secondly is the strength of the core. Well done. And it's light jump back. Awesome. Well done, Carissa. I see you behind that pillar. I don't miss a thing. Yogis, beautiful work. Surrender down in child's pose before we do a little bit of back bending from our backs. So you may feel like stepping up into full wheel pose today. So let's come out of child's pose and onto the sit bone. So you'll swivel the legs out in front, bend the knees, and lower yourself down onto the earth. So remember the block work we did at the start of class? You could quite simply do a variation of that with the knees bent along. On either of the three heights, place it beneath the sacrum. Legs bent or straight. That's a more restorative version for you today. Otherwise, lift the hips, interlace the fingers, draw the shoulders toward one another. That'll bring the chest to the chin. And then start to lift into the hips, engage the legs, press the feet into the floor. Option to incorporate hands at sacrum. Leg lifts if that's in your range. Full wheel. If you have an existing strong, confident chaturanga, that's always an indicator that you're ready for full wheel. Hands beneath you. So you will feel more ready from that openness that we've moved into in class today through the front of the body into the hips. And your counter pose when you come out is to take the feet wide, keep bending the knees and draw them in toward one another and take the hands onto the belly. Good. Well done. That's it. You don't need to shake your head. Say yes to yourself. Yes to yourself. And remember, we're noticing those distracting thoughts, or limiting thoughts, I should say, the limiting thoughts that are holding us back from reaching our potential. Like the I could never do that. Because we notice what we tell ourselves in our practice actually filtrates into our life, and we tell ourselves the same kind of limiting stuff off our mats. Yogis, take a twist. Either the variations, draw the knees in, legs to either side. You can cross the legs over. And then we're going to make our way into our inversions. You've got the wall space to do legs up the wall. Well done today. Shoulder stand if that's in your range. Counter poses like your plow and knee to ears. In your own time, of course. And when we do make our way back down to the earth, you'll kick out the block and take it beneath you, and we're working into fish pose again. So let's all meet in fish, because some of you will still be in your inversions. Some are wanting to move into the chest, shoulder and heart opening now. And we'll all be in place of stillness. That's our preferred position for Shavasana in the next 3 minutes or so. Let's make it 2. You don't need to check the time. You can feel into that time. Do you think I need to?
Sorry?
More cooling for a bit?
More cooling, yeah.
Yeah.
That's very sweaty.
It is muggy day.
starting to find your way back for fish pose. As you go today, Mama Bear, you know, can come to either side, yeah? Do you want another pulse now? So remember, you can take your arms out as wide as you need to take them. In the next few moments, you're going to release and come off the block. And prepare for meditation. Well, in fact, you are prepared. You're physically, mentally, you're always prepared. Any words of encouragement to the self? Allow yourself to completely surrender and relax now. Notice your legs long, the feet roll away from the body. Entire body relaxed. Allow your face even to become soft. Jaw relaxed. Crown of the head relaxed. Back of the neck, shoulders, forearms, fingertips, chest, hips, pelvis, thighs relax, knees, calves, ankles, soles of the feet, toes of the feet relax. Front of the body, back of the body, completely relaxed. Left side of the body, right side of the body, whole body relaxed. Breath taking you deeper. Breath cooling. Breath stilling. Breath peace. Yogis, as you start to return, you'll bring your awareness to the fingertips and the toes and bring some movement back there. That'll reawaken your soul, your spirit, your body, your mind, as you are ready to take on the rest of this beautiful day. Roll the head from side to side. You can start to bend at your knees and roll to your preferred side. Resting here comfortably on your arm, reflecting on your practice. Reflecting on what has brought you to this space. Not physically, mentally. What has brought you here? What are you grateful for? What have you once perceived as something negative, which has really come to think of it now? It's taken you this time to get to that point. So what if with that knowledge, if we were to take that on into our day today and trust that everything that will unfold perfectly for us? What if we could just trust? Slowly make your way to an upright, cross-legged, seated yogi position. Beautiful beings. This heart center that we've been opening, let's bring our hands to that area to honor it, to trust in our own heart-based decisions every day, to be grateful for everything that we are blessed with. It's been an honor to share this practice with each and every one of you today. Thank you and namaste.